took us 3 years and many attempts until Lady Liberty allowed me to approach her. I felt like a 3-year-old kid looking at the Christmas tree.
No, it was extraordinary. It was the completion of the crossing of the United States, the freedom to innovate, the freedom to think, the freedom to develop, the freedom to explore new ideas. And having started in the Silicon Valley where you have so many pioneers, to end up here, the Statue of Liberty is great.
When I initiated this project, I was saying that the protection of the environment has to be profitable, that it has to be exciting, and that the clean technologies must allow to reconcile ecology and economy. And people told me it's not possible. And today it is. And it's fantastic to see that the price has dropped so much that it is now profitable to produce renewable energy, and it is now profitable to implement clean technologies that reduce energy consumption, that increase energy efficiency, and all this makes profit and allows to create jobs because it's a new market for the industry. When you see that our electrical motors have 97% efficiency, they lose only 3% energy. And a combustion engine in a car has 27% efficiency, they lose 73%, just for nothing. So you see, where is the future? The future is electric. Another thing that is fantastic are the type of carbon fiber that we use on this airplane. It's 3 times lighter than a sheet of paper from a printer. And when you put them together with the right angle, it makes an extreme strength into the wing. And this can be also used to have lighter airplanes, lighter cars, lighter elevators, lighter everything. And you know, the weight is one of the factors that determines the energy you need to move it.
Maybe the first aircraft which is certified as an experimental airplane to fly over densely populated areas, over cities, on large airports. These technologies are really reliable. The difficult part was the first crossing of the Pacific Ocean, because of course we didn't know if the airplane would be able to do it, if it had the performance, because we never did in the past. We didn't know if we could forecast well the weather and what to do with the airplane in this weather over 5 days period. The tension that the team had at this moment was very high. There was important equipment not working. The engineers immediately told me no way to continue, and I decided otherwise because I thought that for the first time the weather was improving and people threatened to resign when I was in the air. So you can imagine the tension, and I organized conference calls from the cockpit at 20,000 feet to convince people that it was not the right moment to do this. So that was extremely hard. But I think we were right to be patient, because if we would have taken the wrong window, we would have lost the airplane. We decided to stop in Hawaii because I overheated the batteries during the 5 days, 5 nights leg.
He had to organize the creation of a cooling system for the batteries for the next missions. I had to go back to the partners and say, if we continue, we need $20 more million. So it was a big work. It was not holidays for 8 months. And now when you see the result, of course, it was worth it.
The production of energy is still centralized. The distribution of energy is still centralized. The future is in decentralizing this production of energy.
There's the fear of the unknown. There's the resistance to change. There's the fact that people are not pioneers. So there's still a lot of work to do to really try to motivate everyone to use these technologies. And this is the work we do with our partners.
The Prince Albert Foundation is very proud to be supporting this effort.
The partners really write with us a story of what we do together, and we do this project together. It belongs to all of us.
Solvay has 15 products, 23 applications, and 6,000 pieces on the plane.
And what does a solar-powered airplane have to do with elevators? Is the efficient use, the smart use of energy, whether it be our destination systems that move people through high-rise office buildings, or our machine-roomless elevator products, which not only conserve energy, but conserve space, to our regenerative drives, which actually put energy back into the system by using gravity.
In Solar Impulse, which is 100% renewable, an enclosed electricity system creating reliable, stable electricity. And that's exactly what we're doing on the ground.
So sustainability is absolutely critical to us because we don't sustain the earth. If we don't protect the water supply, if we don't protect the soil supply, then these great brands that I am fortunate to represent, we cannot survive.
All the governments in every country have different conditions, contingencies, and they need to have neutral advice on how to implement clean technologies or renewable energy. I initiated this action of Future is Clean to bring together as many possible companies, organizations, NGOs, associations, foundations who work on clean technologies. And I'd like to make a federation of all of them. We want to work on atmospheric satellites where we have something like solar impulse with no pilots flying for several months or maybe years, 20 kilometers high for telecommunication, GSM connections, Wi-Fi, observation, infrared observation for agriculture. When we see this plane, it gives hope for the future. And this is maybe the most fantastic thing in this project.